What's up, you silly centaur cuddlers? Today I have asked our future leader and the online AI god, GPT, to build us a wizard for Dark and Darker that would make even Merlin's wand hard. Starting off, it gives us a very generalized description of what a wizard build should consist of. Saying, in Dark and Darker, an effective wizard build focuses on maximizing spell damage while ensuring survivability. Now, if you are playing or planning on playing a wizard, and weren't focusing on your spell power and survivability before this video, that's okay. It took me 3 seasons to figure out that I was the one killing myself with my own warlock spells. We all start somewhere. Moving on, we are told by ChatGPT what attributes to focus on. List intelligence for increased spell damage and constitution for extra health, and their favorite word in this, say it with me, survivability. Yes, you're correct. Intelligence and constitution are not attributes in Dark and Darker. So go ahead and switch intelligence for will and constitution for vigor, and you got yourself exactly what you would have done before we had to ask Elon Musk's mother. ChatGPT, if that went over your head. Anyways, moving on. We now go into the recommended spells to use. Let me tell you, if you're not sitting down, well, that's fine, because these spells are about as basic as you can get without mentioning pumpkin spice lattes. Hey, past Genix here. Speaking of basic, don't be. Get some freshen up energy or hydration formula right now and experience the freshest, healthiest, and tastiest energy drink on the market. Go to the link in the description right now to save 20% off. Starting off with Fireball, Invisibility, Arcane Shield, and coming up the rear with Ice Bolt. Now, if you're thinking to yourself,
what a weird combination of spells. I sure hope ChatGPT has some good perks and skills to go along with those.
well, you are not Tom Hanks in Castaway, because you are not alone. Luckily for us, our future provider has listed absolutely nothing. Hey, how's it going? I fucked up. Nobody is surprised about this simple thing. Obviously. When I said that ChatGPT didn't offer us any skills or perks, I kind of screwed up. They do. Well, technically, they just offer or tell you to use a skill. The skill that they chose is Arcane Shield that I had listed previously as a spell, but I got confused, I fucked up, I apologize. So we're going to be able to try to fix this mess, like you used to when you snuck into your mama's closet. Try and see what she got you for Christmas. But you ripped the paper a little too much, and she found out. Whooped you with the belt, and then when your dad got home, he had a long day and just started beating you just because. Then your mom has to call the cops because, whiskey. And she knows that whiskey leaves us with shiny eyes and belt marks. Then your dad overhears it and then goes and attacks your mom. Then your dad has to stay at a place called prison for a few years. We're not going to let that happen again. Not on our watch. For equipment, it suggests the Staff of Arcane, which says increases your spell power and your critical hit chance. We don't got that, so we're just going to use a regular staff. Next is the Robe of the Sorcerer to provide survivability and good mana regeneration. There's nothing like that either in Dark. So we're just going to do everything we can to boost our spell power, and say it with me, survivability. I am 32. Finally, it gives us another real generalized description of the playstyle you should use when using a wizard, saying, use teleport or invisibility to strategically escape or engage into the enemy. Position yourself to avoid melee attacks and maximize spell effectiveness. This build emphasizes both offense and defense, allowing for flexibility in combat. Adjust based on your playstyle and the party composition you're playing with. Before we dump on ChatGPT completely for the most rudimentary description of a wizard's playstyle, which can literally be used to describe how to play any wizard in any game. Any game. Pick one. Any of them. Let's remember, though, that these rudimentary ideas are things that we should be focused on at all times. And honestly, sometimes it's just nice to be reminded, because we can all get lost in the sweet bosom of looting sometimes. Now, if you're a returning viewer, you pretty much know exactly how it went with me using ChatGPT's wizard pin. Well, how dare you? Because your assumptions are completely correct. I will forever be on the search for the best type of builds in these games. Because I know that someday, one of them will magically make me a god at one of these games. At least until they fucking do a hotfix and destroy whatever cool thing I've discovered. For once. That doesn't mean it won't work for you. So if you do try this out, I'd love to be tagged in any of the videos you use on X, YouTube, whatever. Tag me, Myelgenics. Or just comment below on this YouTube video if you did try it and let me know how it went. Whether they were successful or not. But especially if they weren't successful and they were funny, then I gotta see them. Tag me in that shit, homie! But until next time, remember, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your grandma, tell your grandpa, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your primo y prima to come by, hit that bell, that like, that subscription, and leave a comment. And also remember, be good to people.